Semper Fi everyone, and welcome to the latest installment of Recon Jack. I'm your host, United States Marine Corps veteran and living historian Chuck Lynch. On today's episode, I will honor Marine Staff Sergeant Ambrosio Guillen, who was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor for his actions during the Korean War. Guillen was responsible for his infantry platoons turning an overwhelming enemy attack into a defeat and disorderly retreat, but he sacrificed his life to save his fellow Marines on 25 July 1953, just 2 days before the ceasefire. Ambrosio Guillen was born on 7 December 1929 in La Junta, Colorado. He came from a Mexican-American family and grew up in El Paso, Texas, where he attended Bowie High School. At age 18, Guillen enlisted in the Marine Corps in El Paso, Texas. He completed boot camp at Marine Corps Recruit Training Depot, San Diego, California, and was assigned to the 7th Marine Regiment, 1st Marine Division. Later, he was chosen for Sea School, and after graduation, served on the USS Curtis. Following his tour of sea duty, he was appointed a drill instructor at MCRD San Diego. He trained 2 recruit honor platoons and was given a letter of appreciation by his commanding officer, Major General John T. Walker, who stated, "Your success in training these 2 platoons has demonstrated your outstanding ability as a leader." That ability was proven in combat soon after Staff Sergeant Guillen arrived in Korea. On 25 July 1953, while defending a forward outpost against a large enemy attack near Songguk-on, Korea, Staff Sergeant Guillen and his platoon were able to defeat the enemy and put them in retreat. After the fighting, he died from being wounded during the battle. For his heroic leadership and sacrifice of life, he was awarded the Medal of Honor. The Medal of Honor awarded to Staff Sergeant Guillen was presented to his parents on his behalf by the Secretary of the Navy, Charles S. Thomas, during a special ceremony in his office on 18 August 1954. Staff Sergeant Guillen's Medal of Honor citation reads, "The President of the United States, in the name of the Congress, takes pride in presenting the Medal of Honor posthumously to Staff Sergeant Ambrosio Guillen, United States Marine Corps, for services as set forth in the following. For conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty while serving as a platoon sergeant of Company F, 2nd Battalion, 7th Marines, 1st Marine Division Reinforced, in action against enemy aggressor forces in Korea on July 25, 1953. Participating in the defense of an outpost forward of the main line of resistance, Staff Sergeant Guillen maneuvered his platoon over unfamiliar terrain in the face of hostile fire and placed his men in fighting positions. With his unit pinned down when the outpost was attacked under cover of darkness by an estimated force of 2 enemy battalions supported by mortar and artillery fire, he deliberately exposed himself to the heavy barrage and attacks to direct his men in defending their positions and personally supervise the treatment and evacuation of the wounded. Inspired by his leadership, the platoon quickly rallied and engaged the enemy force in fierce hand-to-hand combat. Although critically wounded during the course of the battle, Staff Sergeant Guillen refused medical aid and continued to direct his men throughout the remainder of the engagement until the enemy was defeated and thrown into disorderly retreat. Succumbing to his wounds within a few hours, Staff Sergeant Guillen, by his outstanding courage and indomitable fighting spirit, was directly responsible for the success of his platoon in repelling a numerically superior enemy force. His personal valor reflects the highest credit upon himself and enhances the finest traditions of the United States Naval Service. He gallantly gave his life for his country. Signed, Dwight D. Eisenhower." After the Korean War truce, Guillen's body was escorted to the United States by his brother, who had been serving in the Far East with the U.S. Army. Staff Sergeant Guillen was buried in Fort Bliss National Cemetery on 20 October 1953 in El Paso, Texas. The Ambrosio Guillen Texas State Veterans Home in El Paso, as well as the Guillen Middle School in El Paso Independent School District, are both named in his honor. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Recon Jack, and perhaps you've learned something new. Stay tuned for more episodes as I continue to explore the hallowed history, traditions, and individuals of the United States Marine Corps. Please feel free to like this video, subscribe to my channel, click that notification bell, and leave a comment in the section below. I always enjoy interacting with you folks and seeing the growth of this channel. Also, don't hesitate to tell a friend or family member or email me directly to recon_jack@hotmail.com. And until next time, Semper Fi and carry on.